everyone, just a fairly quick haul and review for you today of some wax tarts from pretty much my favorite wax vendor, one of the few that I actually order from, the Bathing Garden. The woman who creates these blends and does all the work for this is named Shannon, and she really just does fantastic blends. I said it in an earlier review of her products that it's just, she does such complex, unique, interesting blends that she is the master of blends. She could really work in a high-end fragrance house, you know, doing actual body fragrances, perfumes, and colognes, and I think should be fantastic at it. So this is from a restock or a stock that became available sometime in, I believe it was late January. I think I ordered it maybe the week of January 20th, and I got my package, or received it last week. So this is, again, just 8 tarts here. I didn't go overboard. I think with her next availability, I'll probably order more just because it's really some of the best of the best. And you know, everyone knows I love Bath & Body Works if you watch my videos. And I do continue to love their candles, but there are just some really unique blends and things in here that you just can't find anywhere else. So we've got 8 to run through here, so let me dive right in and tell you what I think and give them a good sniff. So first up, let's start with Marshmallow Frosted Mango Tangerine. And her attention to detail is just quite incredible. I mean, she's got, from the label itself where she puts, you know, there's a little cake image on there, to the wax, you know, the layers, the colors, the embeds, the glitters. It's just really like, it's so impressive. So Marshmallow Frosted Mango Tangerine. Shells are hard to open. Let me read you the notes. Officially, it's supposed to be mango and tangerine are frosted with yummy marshmallow fluff. So pretty basic, but sounds, you know, I love marshmallow scents, even though I'm usually not a super huge fan of like overly like buttercreamy bakery kind of stuff. Marshmallow can be really nice. So this is really great. Let me open it up because, as I've learned, of course, when she says marshmallow and the mango tangerine is on the bottom. These aren't just colors; they are the actual different scents here. Mango tangerine, and then the marshmallow fluff on top. This is almost, if she threw in just a little bit of fizz in this could almost be like a fizzy summer drink kind of thing. Definitely mango there and tangerine. It's nice that it's not just a generic citrus. You definitely get both the mango. I'd say a little bit more tangerine, but then kind of almost a creaminess to that the mango brings. And then the marshmallow, it's not like a fluffy whipped marshmallow. It's more just a sweetness, almost a sugar, like a sugar crystals kind of sweetness. So I don't get like marshmallow exactly, or like Peeps or anything like that. But I love it. You know, I think it's a really nice. It's fruity, but it's a fruity sweet without being just pure candy. There's a different kind of uniqueness to it. Let's move then directly to Russian Ice Bath, which is right here. And we've got like a little snowflake label and embed. I've actually melted one of these already. The notes in this read peppermint, menthol, spearmint, eucalyptus, lemon, and a touch of vanilla. So, you know, like the Russian ice baths. Excuse me. I was really excited about this because I really do like sort of strong kind of what I would almost say like spa, like true relaxation scents. Have a lot of mint, a lot of herbs. So I was excited between the menthol would be like a really kind of invigorating, along with eucalyptus, which is always very nice. So let me sniff this, and I'm not going to pull this one out since it's already broken. I'll pull out one chunk, but there's nothing special to see in this. It's one colored wax, and then just with the wax embed, and then the sparkles there. Now this is, it's warmer than I expected for ice, if that makes any sense. There's definitely the mint in there. The eucalyptus is kind of, it's hard to pick out as eucalyptus, but it's a strong, like, non-mint note that really, it hits you. And what I actually get a lot from this, which maybe it's part of the menthol doing this, tricking me, the menthol mixing with the eucalyptus, is almost seems, I get a strong sandalwood from this, which doesn't seem to make sense because sandalwood's such a strong note that if it is truly in here, I think she would put it in fragrance notes, but there's parts of this that remind me a lot of Bath & Body Works' Vanilla Sandalwood. Excuse me. Yeah, there's something about it that actually kind of warms it up. I like it, but it's not, based on the notes of being like the mint, peppermint, spearmint, menthol, eucalyptus, lemon, and touch of vanilla. It doesn't evoke the mood that I was expecting it to evoke, Russian Ice Bath. Again, I still like it, but to me it fits, I almost think a different name maybe would fit this one better. So that's that one. Then what do we got? Let's move on to Pomegranate Lime Sweet Tart. Okay, and here's this. It's an all light lime green wax. Pomegranate Lime Sweet Tart. Open it up. Let you see it. So there's some glitter, some beads, little jewel. The notes on this one are tart lime and pink pomegranate. Blend for a super sweet and tangy tart that reminds me of a, I don't have the next thing that she said there. I guess reminds me of like a sweet candy, essentially. Like a sweet tart. Now this, I'll take it out just to get a full experience. It's, you know, I'm not sure what's going on with this one, but it's very weak, actually, and I don't think that her tarts require much of a cure time, if any. But it's really, really light, which is kind of disappoints me. I thought that like it would be kind of like the kind of tart lime and dark pomegranate, and if it's called sweet tart, that it's it's tart lime and pink pomegranate, sweet and tangy. I thought it would be the kind of scent that like almost like you smell and it makes your cheeks kind of like salivate, like it's such a tangy, like similar to when you bite into like a sweet tart or kind of a sweet but sour patch kind of candy. And I really don't get any of that. It's nice. It's light and fruity. Maybe it'll develop into more. I get a little bit of lime, I suppose. But it's not even like the Bath and Body Works old standby, like the pomegranate lemonade or things like that. I don't like it either. This actually reminds me. In my last review, I had as a free one. I received Pirate Punch, which was like a coconut and maybe a little bit of pineapple or something. And this just smells kind of like that, like really almost like a mistake. I don't think she made a mistake with this. She's her quality is top notch, but there's just so little to this that this one's kind of a flop for me. I'm not sure why. I don't know if anyone else received the same one, if they noticed similarities or if there's smells exactly what you expected it to, but there's very little going on there, so disappointed in that one, I must say, if I'm being honest. Let's move on to lemon curd and rose milk. Now, I know in the wax vendor community, these are very popular notes between lemon curd and rose milk and mixing them together. I've never experienced it, but I figured I would give it a shot. And it's just it's beautiful what she's got going on here. The way she did this. Let's see here. Okay, let's open it up. Oh, and it's actually already cracked, so maybe I'll just take out one. I think I was going to melt this the other day, and I didn't. Let's see if I can do this without making a huge mess. So she's got the rose on the bottom, the lemon curd on top, really pretty, and she's got a mix of like glitter and things, and an embed, an actual, I believe, real rose petals, and it's just so beautiful. The attention to detail really makes these like high-end, top-notch. She could sell these in high-end stores and in gift shops for much more than the $3.50 that she asks. Again, the notes: tart lemon curd is layered over fresh cut roses blended with rich milk. And that's really what you get. So there's the lemon curd on top, which is just a slightly creamy lemon without being kitchen or cleaner or bakery lemon. And then there's roses and milk, just a creamy rose. Very authentic, light, delicate rose. I always thought of rose scents as being more heavy and cloying and powdery, but with Bath and Body Works Majestic Rose Candle and then a rose scent from Grumpy Girl Candle Company and now this, I'm kind of seeing quite a difference where rose can be, it is definitely very elegant, whereas I like to lean more towards fresh if I'm going to do florals, but it is nice. It's light in a way that is welcomed. And it's just a very interesting blend. It really is. It's lemon curd and rose milk. And yeah, it works. For whatever reason, it works. So that is that one. Then let's move on to Cheshire Cat. Now, Karen, my buddy, sent my way. She has said that this is one of her favorites, which is perfect because she loves Alice in Wonderland, which you may know if you watch her channel. And then the notes in this, too, are really interesting. So it's just a really fun one. And again, it looks really pretty. And I've always said I don't mind what wax really looks like, but it does make it more fun when it's this unique looking. Now, first, so let's open it up so we can talk about it. Look at that; it's just like a delicious mess. And so we've got the yellow on the bottom. Then we've got hot magenta and white, and embed and little beads all over it. The notes on this one are We're All Mad Here. Lemon meringue is topped with vanilla and raspberry icing. So again, it leans a little bakery for me, but it's kind of fruity, so it sounded exciting, and I know that Karen loved it, so I figured I had to try it. Let's see. That is a damn good raspberry scent. Sometimes berry scents, especially strawberry and blueberry, but even raspberry scents are hard to come off as authentic. But damn, that is really good. Fresh, juicy raspberry. A little bit of vanilla sweetness. It's nice that you can do icing versus frosting, where, icing is, water and powdered sugar, or milk and powdered sugar, or fruit juice and powdered sugar, versus like a frosting that's usually more of like a butter kind of based thing, or fat based. And so it's like a little bit lighter than a frosting. Obviously, I mean, people know the difference here. Now, lemon meringue. Now, to be honest, I was expecting, the Bath & Body Works soap lemon meringue cheer that came out for the holidays 2013 was shockingly authentic and perfect as far as a meringue. Like, you really smelled like lemon pudding, mixed with true whipped meringue topping, in a way that I've never smelled in any sort of fragrance before. I was hoping this would be like that, but to me it's not. I really don't get a meringue, because lemon is with meringue. You can't have just lemon meringue. And so for me, this is more like, it's very nice. It's more of like a lemon gelato. Almost lemon curd, but maybe a little creamier, a little sweeter. So I'd say, it's like a lemon gelato. A very nice lemon. And that raspberry, it's just, if anyone remembers raspberry sun tea from Bath & Body Works, even like a stronger version of raspberry from the gelato candle from Bath & Body Works, or the latest raspberry peach macaron candle, dial up the intensity times 100, and you've got this really strong, almost bubblegummy kind of raspberry. So really, really nice. Cheshire Cat, a lovely kind of creamy lemon mixed with that raspberry and vanilla, I think would be really great for spring and even into summer for sweetening up the home. Then, what else? Let's see, what should we move on to next here? I'm trying to look at my scent list just so that I can make sure I'm giving you accurate descriptions, if I can find what I did with it. My goodness. Okay, here we are. All right, next let's move on to Faded Opulence. Sounds really interesting. A warm fizzy tart, clove, ginger, blood orange, and cola. Now this is where you're talking my game. First of all, I love, it's like a cola color, Faded Opulence. Really interesting name. She's got some chunky wax in there, and even she's got like a chocolate kind of skull wax embed, which I think is so funny. This is a hefty pour here. One thick layer. Let me see if I can get this out without breaking or making a mess. Okay, so the notes on this one, again, as I said, clove, ginger, blood orange, and cola. Really interesting. Oh man, that is so damn good. I don't get much of a fizz, which I would love. I do love effervescence. I don't really get much of a fizz in that, but that's okay. It's not necessary. It's funny, normally when you get spicy things, you're always going to get heavy cinnamon, but this really is truly, you get clove, you get crushed clove, ginger, not like a fresh ginger, but more like a powdered ginger that you'd put into cookies or something. Blood orange, which is just kind of a sweet, dark orange. You definitely get, but it's not juicy, it's just more like an essential oil kind of orange. Excuse me. And cola, yeah, it's sort of like a cola-y, root beery without the wintergreen. It's warm. This leans more towards, to me, kind of like a fall, like a September, October kind of, because of the spice in it. Man, this is, it actually reminds me a lot of like a, almost leans towards like a potpourri, like a Yankee kind of Home Sweet Home-ish. Not exactly that at all, but the same kind of, between the clove and the citrus, that's what that evokes me. But that's really nice. Faded Opulence, just so unique. You don't really get that from anyone else, which is why I love the Bathing Garden, and I'll say it again and again. So we move on from Faded Opulence, And then let's move on to, we've got, what, 3 more, I believe, here? Or 2 more, gosh. So we've got the Olive Lemon Grove, which, sounds so interesting. Of course, interesting, that's my word of the day, I guess. The Olive Lemon Grove is citrus fruits of lemon and bergamot are intertwined with leafy olive branches and just a hint of sweetness. Now, come on, where else can you get olive branches in wax tarts? So rare and weird in a good way. And this is a white wax with sort of like the sparkles. And I guess that's a little flower. I don't know if that's like an olive flower or chamomile or what it is, but some real thing. It's not just, a little trinket. Now, I wasn't sure what to expect with this because like a high-end citrus, when you throw in bergamot, it's more conceptual as opposed to, fruity. And then who really knows what leafy olive branches are supposed to smell like. Oh my gosh, that is so nice. Man alive. So you definitely have the bergamot, is pure bergamot in there. And olive branches, I almost would say it's like in the leafy green, I'd say it's similar to like a warm, almost like a vetiver kind of. Or a bit of an oak moss. It reminds me actually a bit of the oak moss and vetiver candle from Bath & Body Works. That was a failed test scent that came along with like sage and cedar and white water birch. This, some people would say it leans toward a men's cologne, but I just think it's a fresh mix of like, because it's interesting. It's interesting. It's not green and leafy the way that you expect a spring fragrance to be green, like a grassy. It's it's the branches. So you've got, there's an earthiness to it, but it's light, fresh, with a little bit of warmth to it because of the earthiness, which you kind of would expect olive, almost like think of the way that an olive oil is so complex. Just really cool stuff. Really, I love that blend. And it's not as heavy as, say, like the oak moss and vetiver ones are at Bath & Body Works. There's a little bit more of a lightness to that, which is kind of welcomed. And then finally, without making this too long, let's move to North Pole Ozone. That's this here, which seems like more of a Christmas scent. I may have to hold on to it for Christmas 2014, but no reason not to order it. The notes pine, ozone, which again is like, ozone is sort of like that fresh air or almost oceany kind of leaning scent. Vanilla and sugar cookie. Now, that's a really unique blend because usually you've got, when you have Christmas or winter or holiday scents, you've got, Bath & Body Works will have their pines, their frosted tree, their fresh balsams, then they'll have their sugar cookies, their sweet collections line. You never, ever see them mix the two. And I've never seen that anywhere, really. So to have pine, ozone, outdoor, and then sugar cookie and vanilla, you might think, oh, what is that going to smell like? So a little Christmas ball here, some glitter, some, little explosion of red there, and just a solid color, kind of creamy, tiny hint of green amongst wax. Oh my gosh, this has got to be my favorite one. I wish I got more of these. This is incredible. I want this in a huge candle. This reminds me sort of a throwback like 2011 Bath & Body Works where, man. So the pine is there, but it's definitely in the background. It's not in the front. It's not overly astringent. It's not old worldy. It doesn't smell like a Christmas tree at all, but there is that fresh pine air, I would almost say. It doesn't smell like a pine tree. It smells like the air around a pine tree, which there's your ozone. Oh my gosh. The vanilla is absolutely there, and the sugar cookie is a true, authentic sugar cookie, but it's like you're smelling it. The amazing thing is this could be called, Santa Claus's cookies because it really is, it's all the sense of, say, Christmas Eve. It's really like you put your Christmas cookies under the tree for Santa, and if you're sitting around, this is what your smell would be because you're going to smell cookies and you're going to smell a little bit of pine. It almost, excuse me, it has hints of like there's more to this than we're told, I think. It almost reminds me a bit of like Holly Wreath, if anyone remembers that from Bath & Body Works 2010 and 11, I believe, which was a really strong kind of juniper and pine and hollyberry. There's like a little hint of that kind of like the tiniest bit of maybe even eucalyptus, or I would say like a holly berry to this. That just blends it so nicely, but yet your sugar cookies there, I'd say, is like a good like 50% of this, with that just a little bit of that pine. So it's not ooey gooey bakery, but it's not super fresh piney. It's just a really, really unique, addictive blend of the two, and I just completely love it. I want to see more in this direction from Shannon because it's what makes Bathing Garden so incredibly unique. So that's my haul and review there. Next up, she'll be doing, I believe, like an Alice in Wonderland theme with a ton of tarts and a lot of tea scents, which I'm really excited about. I love teas, and especially in the wax world, you don't see a lot of that, at least from, like Bath and Body Works and things. So I'm excited to see more of that from her. That's basically it. If you have any questions about this or anything else, hit me up. Be sure to check out facebook.com/TouchTheFireTwice to continue the conversation. And until next time, take care.